Hi. We have our first problem. We're 15 hours in. What in tarnation? Good morning. What's up, guys? Welcome back. We are headed to the OVERCREST rally in Utah. This is day one, stretch one. We're with Sutton and Lavelle in the M6 E24. And Kayla and I are in the 735, newly 735 E23. We are like a few hours into the drive. We left at 2:30 this morning, and we've got a few hours down already. We're headed into Bakersfield, California now. We're just outside Bakersfield, and we're headed to Flagstaff, Arizona on this stretch. So we're getting back on the road. The sun's up, it's beautiful weather. We're stoked. All right, guys, so we stopped in Tehachapi, California. Just used the restroom, got Starbucks, got a second coffee, and a sidewalk picnic. What are you eating?
Anchovies?
Anchovies.
They're good.
Perfect road trip, oily snack.
Yeah, delicious.
Cars are doing great so far. Lots of elevation change so far. We're on the backside of Bakersfield now, heading into Mojave, and then on to Barstow from there. All right, guys, well, we're out in the middle of the Mojave Desert right now. Probably like 20 minutes out of Barstow. I wanted to show you guys what our RPMs are like in fifth gear in the 265/5 close ratio sport box. So we're in fifth gear, naturally, and we're doing about 83 miles an hour. We're almost on the money. We're on 16-inch wheels with 225/50s. Speedos calibrated somewhat close, and we're right at 3,500 RPMs. So this is kind of where the sweet spot is. This is kind of where I like keeping it. And we can push 85, 90 at about 4,000 RPMs. But since we've got thousands of miles to go all the way to Tennessee, we're gonna take it kind of easy. All's well so far, car's driving great. And this really sweet Datsun 260Z ripped by us that we're kind of cruising with out here in the desert. Not sure if they're going to the rally, but probably. Well, guys, we decided to drive Route 66. In the section of Route 66 we decided to drive had a railroad track with a train like 2 miles long. So we've just been sitting here for the last like 20 minutes waiting for this train to pass, which just did. We're out here in the middle of nowhere. M6 is doing good. E23 doing good. So far, so good. No, but we just turned it on. It is cold still. Potato chips.
Yeah.
We decided to jump off I-40 and just drive Route 66 for a little bit, hoping that we'd see some cool old rundown motel to get some photos in front of. We jumped off on like a 20-mile stretch of literally nothing. But it's cool nonetheless. We're still doing highway speeds. We're driving at like 80 miles an hour. What in tarnation? That ain't right. That ain't right. Oh my gosh. Hi. I don't have any food. I don't have any food. She's nibbling on my fingers. She's nibbling on my fingers. Oh, hey Jenny. Oh.
Jenny wandered out of the desert, and the Ludlow family kept her out of harm's way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a whole story about
That's
it.
crazy. She just came out of the desert.
You a wild desert donkey. Yeah, they gave a whole list of stuff to feed her.
Oh, Jenny, you got some treats. Kayla's in her happy place. The Great White Buffalo, where are you going? OBS out in the desert. I love it. Yeah. All right, Jenny. It was nice to meet you, Jenny. We'll see you later, Jenny. All right, guys, we are in a town called Kingman, Arizona. We stopped for lunch and we're on Route 66, and this place is unreal. I am completely geeking out about the amount of cool, rusty cars that are everywhere. Seems like everything's automotive inspired. We're like 2 miles off the highway and we're at this place called Rutherford's. Definitely Route 66 inspired. We've made it to Arizona, and not without bug casualties. The cars are definitely driving through swarms of bugs. They are killing it nonetheless. The AC is still working in the 7. The AC is still working in the M6. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're making good time. We're like 2.5 hours out from Flagstaff. How are you guys doing? Great. AC's working in both cars.
Yes, indeed. It's essential.
All right, so Rutherford's was awesome. Definitely like a vintage diner vibe. This part of Route 66 is so cool. This town is amazing. Everything's automotive related. There's vintage cars everywhere. And now on our way out of town, we're gonna get fuel, but we're also gonna stop at this coffee shop called Mud on 66. Look at this place in here. Oh man, there's a Corvair out back. That place back there was just filled with old buses and Corvairs. All right, guys, we are entering Flagstaff. Well, no, we're not quite yet, but we are nearing Flagstaff, as you can see by the amount of green, and we've decided to jump off the highway and drive a stretch of Route 66 in the woods, which is really cool because we've been driving Route 66 in the desert all day, and now we're doing a stretch just west of Flagstaff, kind of in the trees, which would be kind of cool. All right, guys, we made it to Flagstaff. Ended up hammering down some dirt roads as well. We didn't really film too much of that. We're gonna have plenty of dirt roads in Utah, but we made it to where we're staying in Flagstaff, and it's this really cool spot called the Americana Motor Hotel. It's right here on Route 66. Tons of cool vintage stuff rolling by. We left at 3:15. We're 15 hours in, but we made it. So we're gonna settle in for the evening, get some food. And then it's an early jaunt up to Monument Valley in the morning. But the 6er and the 7 both killed it, no problems. AC worked when it was hot, heat worked when it was cold, because it's chilly here in Flagstaff, but we have made it. Evidence of the dirt road shenanigans. We are stoked to be in Flagstaff, Arizona. So this is what the rooms look like in this place, and it is so cool. Definitely has that 60s 60s vibe going. Already turning. Bathroom super cool. And clean. Good morning. Next morning, hotel is really sweet. And the weather is even sweeter. So we're about to go get a coffee and some breakfast. Plenty of places to choose from here in Flagstaff, but the sun is out. Mountains are present and accounted for. Yeah, it's like 7:30 in the morning and the sun's already super high. The sunrise is super early here in Arizona. Now we'll see how day 2 goes with the 7. Hopefully there's no oil underneath it. I don't know. All right, well, we just had breakfast and just swung to this Napa right down the street. I needed to get a few things. We have so much extra oil from Rova, and we're going to be hitting a lot of dirt roads in Utah starting tomorrow. And the car is kind of low, and we have an aluminum oil pan in this car, so it is not going to take much to blow that thing wide open. So since we have so much oil already, decided to get some brake clean, some sandpaper, and some quick steel. Now, if you guys have been driving low cars for years like I have, you guys know that this is the roadside I blew my oil pan kit, which hopefully we won't have to use, but this is what we're gonna roll with anyway since we've got enough oil. So basically you blow your oil pan, all the oil comes out, brake clean everything up, get everything super clean on the outside of your pan. If it is fixable, if you've just cracked it or gouged through it or something, get all the oil out, clean it up, use the sandpaper to basically rough up the surface on the outside of the pan, and then stick it right full of this quick steel. Let it set up, put your oil in it, and hopefully success. We have our first problem, and that is water, coolant. And I was able to source where it's coming from, and if you look right here, oh, great. You can see it gushing right out of that hose. I was hoping this is something that we could maybe cut the line back down there and just shorten it, but we can't. It's right in the middle of it. And I don't know if we can tape this up. We'll see. All right, so we get the hose off. What we're gonna try to do, it looks like the clamp is what split it, and we could wrap it up, but I think what we're gonna do is go to the Napa or an auto parts store and see if we can find like an elbow in the right diameter and just make something new.
There's a slice.
Yeah, so we'll try to match this up and yeah, try to replace that. This may have been a piece off of the 6 Series because this is the 6 Series head and this just wasn't replaced when it was new. All right, well, we're running the Napa and the 6er. Little elbow boy. All right, so we're at Napa. Old part, obviously not available. We knew that already, but we got a couple that might work. We'll be able to get a couple elbows out of them. So this is probably our good candidate. Got some coolant, a knife, a few other things to add to the toolbox, new clamps. Should be good to go. All right, so this is what we're thinking. Right there. All right, well, maybe our new elbow. Going right there. It's not the same bend, but it might work. Boy, I think that might work, guys. I think that might work. All right, well, it just started to rain, and we are basically done. I haven't turned the car on yet. But got the new elbow in. It's not the OEM part. We just cut one. I mean, they don't give you any room, but it's in. Put some coolant in it. We'll get her started and we'll see what she looks like. Bought some extra coolant, and we have 2 extra elbows that we could probably make work if it lets go on us again for some reason.
What are we doing, John?
This is for Jimmy Oaks. They have the no funnel gang, so no funnel gang, no spill. Although, I'm not spilling it.
You gotta rotate. There you go. Oh no! Oh, I feel sorry for Kayla today. It's gonna be a smoky mess.
It'll be alright, it's not that much.
Nah, it'll be fine.
We're good.
What's the specific measurement there?
No idea, but I think we're good there.
Okay.
Needed a half a quart.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we got the 7 fixed, driven down the road a few miles to this coffee shop, and everything seems to be good. So we are about to leave Flagstaff and hit the road for Tuba City. Just got some coffee. We're about to get the GoPro mounted and rip up into Utah. Next stop, Monument Valley. Get them all, bud. Get them all. All right, so we're almost to Kayenta, Arizona. We're out literally in the middle of nowhere, chasing storms. Whoa! And we're just doing some roadside checks. How's it looking?
Great.
She down quite a ways?
Just a quart of oil.
Yeah. Everything looks good with the S38, which is good as oil light came on, so that's never a good thing. We're headed on to Kayenta and then straight up to Mexican Hat through Monument Valley from there. I don't know if I told you guys about these yet. So I bought 6 of these Kodak disposable cameras. We're on camera number 2 now, and we are in a perfect area to be using them. I feel like I'm a kid on a family vacation again in the 90s. Best angle.
Something you don't learn in Sacramento.
Goddamn quicksand. Thank you. I go, let me push. He goes, no, I'll push. I don't want to stress out. You got it. I got it. All right, guys. Well, we made it to Bluff, Utah. Basically, where the night zero is held on the rally is another hour drive back south where we already came from, and we couldn't get in touch with the inn where we're staying in time to see if we could get a late check-in. And they closed at 10. There's not an overnight assistant here. So we basically were, do we stay here for the night zero, which is a giant bonfire and a cookout and all of that? Or do we rip another 45 minutes north to ensure we get checked in, and then rip another 45 minutes back south to where we already came from? So that's what we decided to do. We're checked in. We're just dropping some stuff off now, and we're ripping another 45 minutes back south the way we came, but through the Valley of the Gods and through Monument Valley, which is just unbelievable. So from here, we're gonna drive back, meet up with everyone. We passed so many people that we know and other people that were here for the rally on their way to the bonfire. So we'll be late arrivals, but we're excited nonetheless. So we'll see you guys back in Monument Valley at the bonfire. All right, guys, well, we made it. We are here at night 0 at the airport just outside of Monument Valley. And as you can see, so many people are here already. The rain has finally stopped. We're gonna eat. This whole thing is a giant barbecue.
So, yeah. How about you? Highlight of the trip so far.
Hello. Connecticut to Montana to pick him up.
Yep.
To South Utah.
Yep. Here we are.
Look at this. Look at this. It's my good buddy Zach from Connecticut, who broke down halfway across America to the OVERCREST rally last year. Made it. He left Connecticut, headed to Montana to get our friend Kevin, and then drove all the way down here to South Utah. It's a diesel, and this thing is just caked. Man. All right, guys, that's it for night 0. We have officially made it to Mexican Hat, Utah, just outside Monument Valley for the OVERCREST Rally 2024. Couldn't have been done without Sutton and his boys at Morris Motors building the 7 Series. Other than our coolant line hiccup we had this morning, that car has been rock solid this whole way out here. Can't wait for this rally to start. We've got the day off tomorrow for the most part, so we're gonna get up real early and hit all the lookouts in Monument Valley, Valley of the Gods. We're gonna do all of that stuff. So please stay tuned to the following episodes. We're gonna see a whole bunch of stuff tomorrow, and then the rally begins on Friday. It's going to be crazy. Huge thanks to Chris, Jake, and their whole team at OVERCREST for putting this thing on. The dinner was amazing. It was a steak dinner with fry bread, and I mean, look at this sunset. It's insane. We can't wait to start the rally, but after the rally, we still have like 2,000 miles to drive back to Tennessee. So keep your fingers crossed for us. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. We got so much content coming out here in the Southwest. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.